emails. J-Dog back to answer more goddamn questions. Tearing off this old goddamn list of pre-printed offs. Nothing but goddamn order questions left that may or may not take up the entire vid. If not, we'll have to pull a vid off goddamn old phone. Just grab a random video because I didn't pre-pull shit up. Because I'm thinking this should be enough. Hopefully we've got enough. But at least I should knock these out. No goddamn paid skis for the day. You know how the fucking dog thinks about that, goddammit. So we're down to these order questions, and those go second in line. But they're pretty old, so we're like, God damn, fucking dog, I sent that in a month ago. Hey, brah. As I said, they come second, goddamn. Paid skis come first. Justin Gibbons. Hey, J-Dog, what are your thoughts on how fucking boring the people in the scene have gotten nowadays? I guess we'll get to that. I saw Don Decker of Anal Blast buy a tampon out of a chick that jogged by Cesspool Castle before a show in 2005 or 6. Hang it in his teeth and walk into the venue. The whole story is much longer, but those are the important parts. Might send a paid one if you want the details. Dog likes paid ones, that's for goddamn sure. I mean, Don Decker, he was a little bit, I don't know, out there is the word, I guess. Some of that you wonder if, how much of it was, like, was he really like that? Or was it just intentional for shock value to get attention? Or was it just the goddamn drugs doing the fucking talking? I don't know. I've met Don twice, I think. Once for sure in Cleveland, which story I'm not going to tell. It has nothing to do with him. It was just another individual. It's at the goddamn bar, and his fucking girlfriend at the time, was going fucking berserk on him. I'm not going to shout him out, but they're one of the goddamn bus. But purposely, it was at the end of the show. Anal Blast played with this band. This is fucking Jesus fuck early 2000s, like we're talking 23, 24 years ago. I'm not even 18 years old yet for sure. 16 tops. So yeah, if I was 16, it would have been 2001. So yeah, I was probably 15 or 16. So 2000, 2001 is when this was. And Anal Blast played, show was over, and one of the dudes there, which his band played, his fucking girlfriend went berserk on him, and I was kind of hanging out talking with him and Don Decker as well. Nothing elaborate, just I don't even remember what the hell we were talking about. Because I do like that Vaginal Vampires disc. Matter of fucking fact, I would love for Hells to put that out on vinyl. Number one, it'd be cool. I think that's a really good, like, grindcore porno grind. Easy to get into, catchy fucking riffs. Never been on vinyl. But the thing is, who the fuck owns that? I have no idea. So if anybody knows, again, knows to where it's going to get me anywhere, and knows to where they actually have the okay, and knows to where they actually have fucking files. I'm not scanning the CD of that fucking full color, I guess, porn cover, if you want to call it that. It's probably what the fuck it was taken out of, right? It's not like it's a black, it's not like it's the deceased fucking gravedigger art where if that was scanned from a CD or size, since it's line arts, you can make it work and clean it up. A full color, especially a real photo like that, it's gonna look like fucking dog shit. So need goddamn files. If you don't have any of that, okay, just literally don't even waste my time. Don't contact me with pipe dreams. But if you do know somebody, do know the guy, or preferably you are the guy, and you actually have the shit. Not, yeah, I think it's at my mom's place, bro. So that's a lot of times what I think what it turns out to. Yeah, I got files. Then when it comes down to, all right, it's go time now, brah. So, all right, great, get me them. You never hear from them again. Their ass disappears fucking fast as a motherfucker. Like there was a guy, like J-Dog's a motherfucking ghost running away from his ass. That happened more than once too. So confirm you got the shit first. Check your whatever, your hard drive, your backup disc, whatever the fuck it is. Oh shit, I actually got the fucking crap. I got photos from that era too. Holy fuck, I even got the lyrics that were never goddamn printed. I got all this shit. And you got say so, or no person that has say so. Hit up the goddamn dog. Email in the description box or service at hellsheadbangers.com. LP Scaroonie of that before I have to mention, goddamn, the CD alone has been out of print forever. I haven't seen that CD around in 20 plus fucking years. That's way out of print. So these young bucks fucking think Sanguizio Nutsock's the greatest thing ever, which Anal Blast smokes them. We know that, of course. To these younger kids, unless they YouTube it, to their defense, they don't know. The shit's not available. It's not in print. So, fuck, while we're doing an LP, what am I doing a goddamn CD? So, it's not only would I like it out for my personal self, that's a CD that I bought when I was, fuck, I think it was at the Ohio Death Fest when they played, probably the year 2000. Maybe I bought it in Baxter Shop. Long motherfucking time ago. But, so it'd be kind of cool. Again, those nostalgic memories of doing, oh, fuck, no way. Never would have thought back then. You just picking the CD up and we're pulling shit on a vinyl of it. That's kind of cool. So, so met Dom through there. Seemed okay. And then I met him briefly again. Again, there probably wasn't much being said. Because think about it. I mean, I don't know how old he was at the time. Obviously, he died, whatever, 7, 8, 10 years later, or whatever it was. I remember hearing when he died. And he wasn't exactly fucking Richard Simmons. I wasn't surprised. I saw what he looked like. I can't say I'm shocked. I'm not saying I'm happy about it either. But I'm not. Yeah, I can see that. So I remember hearing about when he died. But so when I met him and stuff, because the next time was in at Detroit Metal Mom Fest, Anal Blast played. Well, short interactions because think about it. Like I said, I don't know how old he was at the time, but way older than me. I'm 15, 16 years old. I'm kind of the same. Like how much do I really want to sit around, hang around with a 15, 16-year-old? Now, viewers of the channel, if you're 15 and 16, feel free to come up to me and shit like that. And if you got tons of shit to talk about, you're cool. I'll hang out with you and talk to you. I got no problems. I'm not saying anything bad, but I'm just saying, unless you initiate the conversation, you got a hell of a good personality or something. Other than a fist bump and a photo, I'm probably not going to have a whole lot to say. It's nothing against you. It's just, I mean, I'm old enough to be your dad. I mean, what are we going to talk about? But if you have something and you're asking questions away and stuff like that, then yeah, conversation could, go just like any other person. It's not that I'm excluding you or anything, but so to Don's defense, he's probably like, who these kids like? So, and I wasn't asking him much, so probably thinking, yeah, what am I talking to these kiddos about? So it was definitely those. Can't remember at Ohio Death Fest. I remember they played. Don't remember if I talked to him yet or not or saw him. But I heard all the stories and shit like that, and it seemed like kind of like a more mild Seth Putnam, I guess. Maybe he was trying to go for that, and let's call it like it is. Seth Putnam was a goddamn, Aldi's version of G.G. Allen. Basically what it was. I'm not talking shit. All three of the guys are dead too. Look at the lifestyle they lived. You know what I mean? So it's not like they're dying. Well, dude, they're 80 years old. Didn't they all die in their 30s? Not exactly an old age when you're going out. Jesus fuck. That's kind of the way I see it. G.G. Allen was probably the most extreme of all of them. From my understanding, I'm not a huge GG fan. I can hear some shit here and there. Some of the covers are pretty cool and stuff like that. But from what I understand, he was a pretty extreme character. And then Seth Putnam was kind of a less uh, extreme version of that. And then Don was even a less extreme version of that. That's kind of the category I always put the guy in. Other than that, as far as people being lame in the scene, well, I mean, yeah, I guess, but I mean, like, it's in what context? I mean, with all due respect, I wouldn't walk around doing that with the tampons in my mouth either. Um, that's a bit. I mean, that's a character. It'll draw attention. I think it's cool for Extremity and a band to do things like that to stand apart. But realistically, in that case, you could consider me a fucking lameo, which is fine. Because I'm not doing anything at shows or a lab or living this extreme lifestyle. So what is your context of fucking lame? To me, lame is just, metal dudes are just normal guys that just they're there for the music, the true fanaticals. You don't have to be doing anything fucking crazy. You know what I mean? The lamos to me are the guys they just come out, they don't look metal at all, not even a metal shirt, wearing their stupid ass baseball hats and dumbass crap, and they're just buying beers for the evening, don't own anything by the band, will never buy anything by the band. It's kind of like, why are you even here? You know what I mean? Those are the lamos. If you're talking about that, yeah, I agree. But the general, if they're just a fan, they're going out to see whatever Incantation, and they own, 3 or 4 of their albums, actually own them, they like them, they spin them. They're there in a goddamn whatever necrofilth goddamn t-shirts, supporting the goddamn show, and enjoying it, but they're not doing anything crazy. Um, I don't know if does that make them lame? Is that what you're asking? Because that's the kind of like the general norm. Like it's not now nowadays. Like I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I wasn't going to see goddamn Cannibal Corpse in 1991, but wasn't it kind of the same? I get the vibe that maybe the crowds were a bit more energetic. But again, why is that? And people don't do the fucking math. In 1991, how many people do you think were over the age? Let's just say 40. So basically, my age or older. How many people do you think were at a Cannibal Corpse show in 1991? Realistically, most of the shows there probably wasn't any. And I'm not talking about the motherfucker that owns the venue or the goddamn bartender or the janitor, the crew. I'm talking about paid screwy tickets. How many you think were there? I would say most shows probably zero. Correct me if I'm wrong. For guys that were around back then, people that actually watch my shit that are older than me, that were there, saw Cannibal in the early '90s. That goes for Deicide, Morbid Angel, all of them. How many 40-year-old plus guys were there? And what are you getting at, dog? The point is because the music was brand spanking new. So think about it. This extreme style of music that's new to the goddamn world, who's going to be excited about it? It's not going to be your grandpa, dude, who grew up listening to Elvis and shit like that. And he thought that was fucking heavy. It's going to be young kids. Now, yeah, it's very common you see 40-year-olds at a Cannibal show, at any metal show. It's common. Guys my age or older. Why is that? Because the fucking genre has been around. Death metal, technically, 85. Be 40 years next year. Hence, that's why now you see 40 plus year old guys there, or 50s or 60s, because, when they went to the Cannibal show in 1991, you commenting, you that they're 50 years old commenting, yeah, dog, there was one or two, or whatever you say, or there's none, or whatever. You're wrong, dog. It was mostly 40 plus, which get me some photos and fucking video footage on that, because I don't believe that for a second. But whatever the hell you're going to say, do the goddamn math. You commenting. 1991, seeing Butcher at birth. How old were you? You're probably between the ages of 16 and 25. Anything in that area is a kid to me. In my goddamn book, that's a goddamn kiddo. Nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that's a kiddo. Doesn't that make sense? So now, yeah, you're whatever. You're 55, whatever the fuck the math is. But you're still in. Lucky you, and you're one of the few. You're still into this shit. Not burn out. So yes, now you have older guys that are still into it. So yeah, correct me if I'm wrong though. How much less boring were actual guys just showing up to shows and shit like that? I highly doubt there was a bunch of Don Deckers just running around in 1990 fucking 92 at fucking shows. Again, I get the vibe that the youth was a little bit more energetic and excited about the tune skis. Again, wasn't there, so I could be wrong. That's the vibe I get based on the stories I hear, based on video footage I've seen from whether it been bootleg VHSs over the years or YouTube videos now in current times. When you watch an old show, I generally do get that vibe. But I can't say for certain. I wasn't there. Adam Schnell back. God damn it. You guys know the Schnell. But my question is, what live band that you waited years to see live, when you finally saw them, it was just total garbage? Shit, give me a chance to think about that, brother. What else you got to say? I've seen some legacy acts on an off night, but if you were to tell high school me I would walk out of a Carcass show more than once, I'd be like, no way. Just curious if anyone you really looking forward to just shit the bed live. Thanks for fixing the shipping address. SNAFU. I don't know what the fuck that means. Much appreciated. Heavy hails and respect. So a band that I'm looking forward to seeing, hence I'm a fan of, that I went there, I'm like, this is fucking dog shit. Actually, one thing's popped my mind at Milwaukee Metal Fest. I don't want to say who. I'm just not going to say the name of the band. It's no benefit to me other than I think they don't care, but you know how everybody gets fucking offended. It's not that they sucked, their performance. It sounded like dog shit, and I literally couldn't even identify the goddamn songs. The opening song was a song I know very well, and I couldn't even, I literally didn't know what the fuck they were playing until about 2 minutes into the song. Like, oh. Now, to their defense, I don't know if it was them or just because of the venue. They were in the big room at the Milwaukee Metal Fest, and it did start to sound better by track 3. So it could have been the fucking sound guy didn't know what the fuck he was doing. He had his head rammed up his ass. He was too busy fucking jamming out that goddamn twink core. He didn't know what goddamn death metal sounded like because it was a death metal band. He didn't hear some goddamn real metal, the real tune skis. He didn't know how to fucking sound engineer that shit. That's a possibility. Because I mean, I was there for track one for Anthrax. They played the same goddamn room. That shit sounded phenomenal. So Homeboy got his shit together, or Anthrax had their own crew, or some crap like that. I don't fucking know, but Milwaukee Metal Fest, there's a band again. I'm not saying who. Trying to think as a kid or something. Was there somebody else pumped to see and I did? I'm not gonna say this one either. A band that I'm a fan of. I'm not like a super fan, but I'm definitely a fan. Own shit by them. My opinion, legendary, underrated as fuck. I've mentioned them on this channel. Definitely don't get the respect they deserve. Um, it's a guarantee, dude. If you walk into motherfucking Paninis, you got a Deicide shirt on, and that canoe fucking tries to mingle with you. You mentioned this band, he's guarantee, dude, a fucking 16-inch shaft right up that ass while he's deep throating that fucking cock deer and headlights. Won't know the answer to this. But kind of know the guys and shit like that. First time I saw them in the early 2000s, again, fan of the music, fan of the albums, but god damn, I've never seen a more boring band live in my entire fucking life. Most boring fucking band ever fucking live. Stood there like complete statues, just like fucking Paul Lenny would call them for the crowd, and just nothing said in between songs, just no energy. And granted, it didn't help that there was no goddamn crowd there, literally 10, 15 people. I mean, it was just boring as fucking shit. That was disappointing. Granted, I wasn't like a super fan at the time. I think I owned one CD by them or just heard about them. We're talking going back. I'm like 15 years old, seeing them for the first time. So even if I was a fan, I was a new fan. So I don't know if I was super excited. First time I saw Carcass, I guess I was slightly disappointed by their shit ass fucking set list. But I don't know if I left there goddamn disappointed, like you say, because well, I mean I was disappointed, but I already knew that going in because I've seen videos and I knew. I mean, there was no doubt in my mind that these motherfuckers aren't playing Pungent Excruciation or goddamn fucking Psychopathologist or Microwave Uterine Gestation. I mean, Regurgitation of Giblets. I knew these fucking idiots were going to play those songs, even have anything like that. I knew it was going to be fuck yeah, we're busting on an oldie, Genital Grinder, which is this goddamn instrumental, mind you. If they're really going fucking balls in the wall, they'll play Pyocicified Rotten to the Gore, but it's like, does that even count? Granted, it's a banger. It's one of the best songs on goddamn Reek, but it's like, you're playing it because it's on that necroticism. So cut the fucking shit. Play something that wasn't on there, a non-instrumental, Maggot Colony, something. Which they never did. I've only seen them twice, three times. But I've seen videos and shit too, and her later recordings. Basically, hard work up. I guess, yeah. And that's a challenge. If you have a hard work recording, doesn't have to be a video, but even a recording on a CD, DVD, or a video on YouTube, whatever, VHS tape, anything, or you can confirm you were there. Have you ever heard them playing any of the songs I said, Heartwork Era Up? From when they were on the Heartwork tour and Swan Song tour, and then, we're back. Other than, like I said, Genital Grinder, maybe and Pile System, because I'm sure they did here and there. As a matter of fact, on Heartwork, I think they might have played that song. But other than those two, did they play anything off Reek? Anything? And if they did, please tell me which goddamn song. So it's kind of like, yeah, that's very disappointing going to see them, but it's like, I kind of knew that going in too. So I didn't leave their Eeyore style like all pumped and, oh shit, can't wait to see this. Because I knew they were going to just be a bunch of fucking let downs. And they were. They didn't take the goddamn message from the goddamn dog either, I'm sure, with put up the goddamn channel. Gave us a set list of a goddamn lifetime that guaranteed success that they're not going to fucking follow. They're just going to play their crappy Torn Arteries and throw in a bunch of Heartwork songs into Necroticism and see you later, Cleveland. That's what it will be. So, which, whatever. But other than that, I was disappointed with Merciful Fate when I saw him last year. The show looked awesome. King's voice sounded good. I was just disappointed with the 5,000 fucking posers that were there. I was at a goddamn baseball stadium. I literally got yelled at for standing in a certain spot. I'm like, where the fuck am I supposed to stand? There's designated seating over here. What the fuck? I got an assigned seat? How fucking canoe is this? Talk about unmetal as a mofo. And I was disappointed that he didn't literally play one song off the 90s album. Like, cut the shit. This isn't fucking Jim Kanye fucking Dawn of the Dead era back in the 90s when they ripped on him. Fuck when they put out Dead Again. Yeah, I wish they were dead again. That's what Kanye said, which was pretty goddamn funny. Just asinine stupid shit. People in the know now like that those albums are great. So 25 years later, from 1999, the album 9, last time they did, it's like, you're not gonna do any songs, not one. That was a letdown because in my opinion, at this point, they're classics. You know, when they were touring for like Dead Again and stuff, and they cut songs from Time or something like that, a little bit more understandable. So the album came out, whatever, 2-3 years prior. They want to do songs off their new album, and then yeah, okay, let's just satisfy the old heads and do 80 songs. I get that. That made sense. Dog was a little let down, but I get it. I totally see it from a business standpoint and trying to advertise the album. But now it's all classic. From 9 to goddamn Nuns Have No Fun. It's all fucking classic. So, and if you didn't want to do a song from every album, well, Jesus fuck, at least do 3 songs from the 90s. Something. And they didn't do any. So that was, yeah, I was disappointed leaving there. I was totally disappointed. The stage setup was awesome. Not denying that. King's voice sounded awesome. Shit like that. Not denying any of that. It's not like, Jesus, fuck, that was a turd. No. So I guess in recent times, that was when I was, left there kind of fucking disappointed. So, and that might surprise some people because I think some people went, that was the greatest thing I ever saw. I don't know, bro. I saw him on the 9 tour in 1999, and goddamn, that was the most fucking awesome thing I saw. Goddamn it, that set the 2023 or 2022 set, whatever the hell I saw him. That set home on a stretcher. Nothing but fucking front of the line intermingling to underground goddamn show, maybe 400 or 500 heads. Really cleared out a lot of the goddamn canoes. Granted, there's some canoes at that show too. You can't be canoe free. That's a little bit goddamn impossible. That's a tall order. You're always gonna have some canoes at pretty much every show, no matter what. But it's way better than the goddamn thousands at the fucking Detroit show and any show, honestly, any show that they play from here on out is what it's going to be. So, yeah, good times are gone. That sucks. Blows. The youngins would never see it when it was at its greatest, but yeah. I guess it sucks to be you, right? Comes with surge, you know, with the guy my skins by the morning later, goddamn it.